Coming up on Metaverse Express, the captain and crew went down with the ship this week at the Bored Ape Yacht Club, with many left behind to drown in gas fees. We'll talk about what that means for the future of NFTs. Plus, check out my collaboration with Cryptostache, Blockchain Boy, Miss Teen Crypto, and ADOM. Awesome team to get their take on this unprecedented event. This is Metaverse Express, your world, your news. I'm your host, Mona. Thanks for joining me today. And be sure to click that subscribe button below for your weekly news update. All right, let's dive right into today's top stories because it's a big one. So what happened was the biggest NFT mint of all time went horribly wrong over the weekend after $200 million worth of ETH was lost to gas fees. The chaos went down after the infamous Bored Ape Yacht Club opened up its mint to its other side metaverse. Now, lucky for them, the mint raked in more than a whopping $317 million for the company. It sold 55,000 NFTs at 305 ApeCoin, which was around $8,500 at the time of mint. But unlucky for the rest of us, the gas sunk the ship like hitting an iceberg. People were spending $1,000 to get their wallets approved, only to find out they have to pay $4,000 to cover gas. But wait, that's not all. The gas war affected everyone and every transactions on the Ethereum network. So essentially, everyone drowned. Well, except the devs, the VCs, and the miners. They managed to get on the raft with the bag. Now, nevertheless, Yuga Labs was kind enough to come out and make a statement on Twitter saying, don't worry, we got your back, we'll be refunding your gas money. But here's my question. Who's gonna refund the non-other side transactions that were affected? It's kind of like, remember when Rose was on that floating door and we all knew there's enough room for Jack? But I digress, you know what I mean, right? On the positive side, this controversy inspired conversations amongst crypto and NFT communities. As a matter of fact, on Monday, Cryptostache hosted a conversation with some NFT and crypto influencers, including myself. On this episode of Around the Metaverse, we talked about the shipwreck and how it could have been prevented. Take a listen.
So personally, I think that this probably could have been handled better. I think that's a general consensus. I'm not a huge fan of gas wars, but I'm also not a huge fan of Dutch auctions, right? So we're still figuring out what the best way to do a mint is. Either way, you're still going to kind of be predisposed to the people with more money who are able to enter the raffle more times or who are able to spend more on Ethereum. So it still is a bit of a rich club, unfortunately. I would have liked to have seen some kind of raffle system, perhaps using some kind of verifiable, like there's a project called Governor DAO that allows you to verify identities. Since they were already KYCing, this could have been a way to KYC per wallet. And I think that's probably what they should have done.
This is money that could have gone to Yuga or stayed in users' pocket, right? And let's not forget, this whole ordeal took $317 million out of the ecosystem. That, as an investor, makes me mad. And here we are again questioning and blaming it all on Ethereum scalability problems. And yes, I'm not saying they don't have those issues, but what's important is knowing that the decentralization should never be used as an excuse for decisions of centralized backed companies.
They could easily have been using a second scaling solution like Polygon, but really, I mean, personally, I would have gone with Immutable X. I think there's issues also with Polygon as well. But, a drop of this scale is going to have its problems. Now, the fact of the matter is that we know that. We know that because it's just kind of how things have happened here in the past. It is where we're at in the industry. But that doesn't mean that you should just be lazy about the way that you go about a drop. And that's exactly what Yuga Labs did here. And that's exactly what they continue to do time and time again. The fact that they have not audited their contracts better, had multiple people working on these smart contracts for drops, every single contract that they put out has had some sort of problem.
Bored Ape Yacht Club has done amazing things in terms of community. They've always tried to be there for their community. They've been pretty transparent. I think overall we're still extremely early, and like you said before, we still don't know a great way on how to do a mint correctly that's going to please everybody and work technologically. I heard even Etherscan crashed because of this drop, so we're still extremely early and we need to work out this technology, but this was again another step in the right direction.
So how will the creators of the most iconic NFTs to date avoid yet another disaster? Will they need to migrate ape coins to its own blockchain? Will Ethereum's processing become faster when it moves to a proof of stake model? Can Polygon or Cardano provide solutions in the meantime? Or do we just stick to raffles and Dutch auctions for now? So many questions, very little answers, but two things are evident. We're still dealing with big scalability issues across the board, and as long as that continues, we'll continue to see lack of confidence in the technology and ultimately resistance to mass adoption. All right, that's it for your top Metaverse headlines today. If you'd like to hear more from Metaverse Express, you know what to do. Please like the video, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next week with more news in the Metaverse.